All right, we're going to do Speech Jammer for JFK's inaugural speech. Here we go. Vice President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you in Almighty God, the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolution beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generous state, but from the hand of God. We do not forget today that we are the heirs of the first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and a place different in the fuller, like that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage and unwilling to witness to permit the undoing of those human rights to which his nation is committed, and to which we are committed to minute day at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes will or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to ensure the survival to the success of liberty. This much we pledge and more. To those old allies whose culture and spiritual origins we share, we pledge a loyalty of faithful friends. United there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative adventures. Divided there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a battlefield challenge and odds in to split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our world that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their freedom, and to remember that in the past those who foolishly sought power by riding on the back of the tiger ended up inside. To those people in the huts and villages of half of the globe is struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists in the minute to be doing it, but because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help but the independent and poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republics south of the border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds in a new alliance for progress to assist free men and phenomenons in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors we should now join to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that in this hemisphere it intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, United Nations, our last best hope in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace, we renew our pledge of support to prevent it from becoming merely a forum for to strengthen its shield of the new and the weak, and to enlarge the area which its written may win. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversary, we offer not a pledge but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace before the dark powers of destruction unleashed By science engulf all humanity and plan an accidents of discretion. We dare not attempt them with weak-neckedness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt that we can be certain beyond a doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can too great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course. Both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly alarmed by the steady spread of the deadly atom, yet both racing to alter that uncertain balance of terror that stays in the hands of mankind's final war. This is a long speech. One more paragraph and then I'll stop and do part 2. So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness, and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Let both sides explore our problems, unite us, instead of boring those problems which divide us. Let both sides, for the first time, formulate serious and precise proposals for the inspection and control of arms, and bring the absolute power to destroy other nations under the absolute control of all nations. Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, tap the ocean depths, and encourage the arts and commerce. Let both sides unite to heed in all corners of the earth the command of Isaiah to undo the heavy burdens and to let the oppressed go free. End of part 1.